Hi, my name is Isabel, and so my story is that I'm of Asian descent and I was born in Singapore, but originally my grandparents were from China and decided to move to Singapore because they were supposed to have more opportunities in like Southeast Asia. So my parents, or my mom actually decided to apply to Canada because she studied here when she was a lot younger and she really enjoyed Vancouver. So they realized that it was hard to like be able to upkeep like the livelihood in Singapore because things were getting very expensive, and they wanted an easier education system for me, my sister and I. My family moved to Canada about 3 years ago, so at the end of 2010. But my sister came a bit earlier for studies at UBC. Okay, the main difference between Canada and Singapore is probably the lifestyle here is a lot slower and like nature orientated, whereas Singapore is more built around the city because it is a tiny island with like no resources. So other than that, Singapore has a lot of lizards which are very terrifying. Yeah. I consider home where my parents are, basically because they are where my house is. So, and also, I guess for me currently, I think if I were to go back, I would probably pick Singapore as my home because I spent like my formative years there. Like I spent 16 years there, and I know the culture pretty well. And yeah, I've grown up with the same food, and over here it's different. It's hard to replace. I would definitely say that I'm Singaporean if I moved here 3 years ago. The top 3 things would be the sun, my friends, and the food there. Yeah, I miss my friends a lot in Singapore because I spent a lot of time with them every day in school and going out because there's not a lot to do in Singapore, just hang out a lot in the malls and eat food, so it brings together a lot of community building. So one thing you have to know about me is that I love to eat, and my sister and I share a food blog together. We blog our adventures of food mostly like twice a month. Yeah. It's called thedumplingdiaries.wordpress.com. Yeah, I'm a foodie. So I think that what makes a foodie is that someone who lives to eat instead of eats to live. I like to eat a lot of food, but my sister is a bit more particular. So we go out to try different like restaurants around Vancouver or in the Tri-City areas because that's where we live. Yeah, we just want to try different things, different cuisines. But mostly we have Chinese because my parents like Chinese food, so yeah. Yeah, we did try a lot of different types of food in Singapore, but yeah, it was pretty globalized. So there was like French cuisine and all of the major food chains and other independent restaurants. Yeah, it's quite a spectrum. Yeah, I have this favorite restaurant in Singapore. It's called the French Stall, and it serves amazing steak and a huge giant profiterole. It's like a huge eclair with vanilla ice cream and hot chocolate fudge all over. It's amazing.
You do the wave. Let's do the wave for the camera.